unfortunately they were one per person, because if there was no restriction on them, I would have tried to buy their entire stock, because at that price, these I should be able to sell super fast for an insane markup. YouTube, what is going on, everyone? It's your boy AC back with another video, and today is episode 92 of the little mini series where we take $100 and we continuously buy, trade, and sell sneakers till we make $100,000. Now, from last episode, from all the buying, trading, selling, and all that great stuff in between, we have a brand new grand total of $56,444.09. And if you guys are new here, that's just in pure cash alone. We have tens of thousands of dollars in our inventory alone, and I'm really excited because a bunch of the stuff that we got from the Confirmed app just arrived. And if you guys are wondering how is that possible, it's because we're a little bit behind, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We're a few episodes behind. I did get sick for literally over a week straight. It was terrible. I am feeling a whole lot better right now. But with that being said, we go to the malls 3 times an episode, and we condense that all into a quick little 30-second montage for you guys. So with that being said, let's waste no more time, head up to the stores and see what we're picking up this episode. Okay, we are back, and I'm not gonna lie, we did get a whole bunch of stuff this episode. A lot of stuff from the Nike outlet, surprisingly, and one of the things are small ass shoes like this. And we got this pair of Jordan 12s. You guys can see just how tiny they are. They are the Jordan 12 black taxis. They are a toddler size. We got a size 2C. And we paid $47.25 for this pair. And you guys are all probably wondering, why would you pay that much for some small shoes like this? And surprisingly, you can actually sell these for around 60 to 80 bucks. So that's what I plan on doing for this pair. I should be able to get at least $70 from them. And yeah, you guys have to let me know in the comments below, would you pay $47 for a pair of toddler shoes for your kids that are gonna outgrow them within a few weeks? Because in my opinion, that's an insane amount of money to spend on small shoes like this that get outgrown so fast. But this isn't the only small shoe we got. We also got this pair, these Nike Dunk Lows. We got 10 pairs of them. They're all preschool sizes, so I'm pretty sure we got at least one of every size. Again, we got 10 pairs total, and I think we got them under 50 bucks, which is insane considering the normal retail price on these are $85. And this colorway just came out not too long ago. I do remember these sitting on shelves, but I never saw them on sale except for at the Nike outlet, where again we got 10 pairs of them. But yeah, again, crazy people are spending that much money on little toddler size shoes. But let's move over to some bigger sizes, which is this pair. These grade school Nike Dunk Lows. I'm not gonna lie, this colorway is insane. It's an iridescent swoosh. It also has that same iridescent material on the tongue. This colorway honestly is crazy. I really like it. In my opinion, a really great consignment shoe. And yeah, speaking of consignment, there should be a video coming out relatively soon of, you know, some big things in the works, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I just realized we bought a bunch of Nike Dunks this episode, so let's move over to the next pair, which is this one, the Rose Whisper colorway. This is a size 10 women, and we paid $137.03 for them. They were on sale, so that's mainly the only reason I did get them, because they are on sale. And typically you'd pay another $20 for this, but getting them on sale, again, should be next to impossible not to sell these. Plus another great consignment shoe in my opinion. And it just shows how dead sneakers are at the moment, because this shoe, I got so many people hitting me up asking if I had their size in this pair. A whole bunch of girls asking me if I have this shoe, which just shows how in demand this shoe is. However, that resale price is crazy low for a shoe like this, in my opinion at least. But again, another great consignment shoe. But with that being said, we have one more Nike Dunk Low to go through. And then we have a bunch of Jordans, Yeezy Slides, and foam posits. So let's move over to the last Nike Dunk, which is this pair. Okay, I have no idea why I thought this was a Nike Dunk. I must have misread that label, but we did get these from the Nike outlet, the Air Max 2017s. If you guys have been watching this series, you know that this shoe alone has made us a bunch of money. We bought a bunch of these during, I think, Black Friday, Christmas sale, something around there. But yeah, this is a new colorway. I only grabbed the one pair, a size 10.5 there, $119.99, plus that 5% tax, so around 125 bucks. Do I think I'll be able to make some profit on this pair? This might be, again, one of those rare incidents where I bought something without doing too much research, and it low-key might be a return, but I should be able to sell it for around $150. Let's hope on that. If not, you know, it's from the Nike outlet. You have 60 days to return it. That's one of the great things I love about this whole sneaker game is if something doesn't work out, you can always return it and get your money back. But let's move over to something a little bit better. Another shoe we got from the Nike outlet, which is this pair. These blue and yellow Vapor Maxes, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen this colorway before, but this shoe has done very well for me in the past, and we paid the exact same price for this pair as the other pair we just went over. I should be able to make around $200 on this pair. Again, this shoe's always done very good for me, but in my opinion, I really don't like the model whatsoever. I did play soccer in the past, and this model just really feels like I'm wearing my soccer cleats on the ground again, and if you've never done that before, it's not that comfortable, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people say this is a super comfortable shoe and it feels like you're walking on air with this big bubble here, but my opinion, just not super comfortable, but it is what it is. Let's move over to some Jordans that we picked up from the Nike outlet. That was an insane deal, which is this pair. These Jordan 11 lows. Now, I'm pretty sure we got these for under $100. I'm not too sure the exact price. Again, that'll be at the very end of the video, so stick till then. But we did get 4 pairs, a size 7Y, 6Y, and 2 4Ys, and gain them for under $100. Should be able to make some really nice profit on these. Such a clean shoe, and I'm not gonna lie, the Jordan 11 lows don't get as much love as they deserve, especially colorways like this. Super clean and under $100. How could you go wrong? Unfortunately, they were 1 per person, so that's why we only got 4 pairs instead of as many as I could, because if there was no restriction on them, I would have tried to buy their entire stock, because at that price, these I should be able to sell super fast for an insane markup. And yeah, that's everything we got from the stores, but now we have some stuff from the Confirmed app that just came in. I'm gonna tell you guys now, it's not an insane amount of stuff that I did hit on Confirmed app. This is the first time I've actually hit online in a hot minute. I was on a huge dry streak, but I did manage to get 3 pairs, technically 4 pairs, but I kept one for myself. So I only have 3 pairs to show you guys, which are these ones. First off, some Yeezy Slides. This pair, I actually got 2 pairs of these, a size 11 and 12, and I'm pretty sure this is called the slate gray or something like that. There's way too many different colors of the exact same shoe nowadays for these slides. But if you remember from a few episodes back, or even last episode, I did buy some more from CSX, and I have been investing into the Yeezy Slides. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this and put this into our inventory of hold. So pretty much just going to hold on to these for a few months. Who knows, maybe till next year at summertime, I'll bring these back out to sell, and hopefully they have gone up a bit. If not, I'm sure slides do great at consignment, like I've been saying all episode. But yeah, like I said, we got a size 11 and a size 12, so which means we only have 1 more pair left, and it is not some slides. So let's look at those right now. It is this pair, a size 11, and again, a shoe that I'm probably gonna hold on to just for a little bit, because I do see these going up because they just released, so resale market on them isn't the greatest right now, but these always go back up in price, so I'm not too worried about that. Plus I did get them for retail, so it's not like I'm sitting on a bunch of money on these guys. And yeah, even though Kanye said all that crazy stuff, at the end of the day, a lot of people have very short attention spans, so they don't really remember that stuff, to be honest. They're just like, yeah, but he made college dropout and all that stuff. So these, you would think a lot of these new Yeezy anything don't do very well, but that's the farthest thing from the truth. I could sell these right now in a few hours if I really want to for a good profit. So no, the Yeezy hype isn't fully dead. I just think the 350s, pretty much anything that's not a slide or these, aren't doing the greatest, but these are super comfortable and easy to wear, so that's why they're doing really well, at least for me at the moment. And yeah, that's everything for this episode. I think we did really good. A lot of the stuff that I personally see selling within an episode or 2. And yeah, for everyone who's new here and is wondering how we only have $50,000 yet it's been 90 plus episodes, this is the exact reason why. Let's go through everything in our inventory, including the stuff we just bought, starting with the Nike PG6 Celestine Blue Peach Cream. We have 4 11.5s and 2 11s. Then the Adidas Adi 2000 Chalk White Black. We have a size 8.5. Then in the Adi Foam Q Olive, we have a size 10.5. Starting off with the Yeezy 350 V2 in the cream colorway, we got a size 9.5. Then in the Nike Air Max 2017 Light Bone Off-White, we have a size 10.5. Then in the Air Max 90 SE Marion Frank Rudy Summit White colorway, we have a size 11. Then in the Golf NRG
PUBG Players Championship, we have two 11s and a 9. Then in the light bone colorway, we have a size 10.5 and 9.5. Then in the N7 colorway, we have two 12s, an 11.5, 10, two 10s, and a 9.5, 9, 8.5, and a 7.5. Then in the Air Max Plus black and white, we have a size 7.5 women's. Then in the Nike Roshi Run black Anthrite sale, we have two 13s, a 12, two 11s, two 10.5s, a 10, and 9.5. Then in the Iguana colorway, we have a 7.5 and 10. Then the Sport Red Cool Gray colorway, we have a 7.5. Then in the Air Force One High Billie Eilish Sequan, we have a size 10.5, three 10s, two 9.5s, and a 9. Then in the Nike Air Force One Mid QS Chocolate, we have a size 9. Then in the Air Force One Low Triple White, we have an 11.5. Then in the Reflective Swoosh White Blue colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Uno colorway, we have a 12, 9.5, 7, three 6.5s, and a 6. Then in the University Blue, we have a size 13, 11.5, 11, and 8. Then in the White Metallic Silver colorway, we have an 8.5. Then in the White Chocolate colorway, we have a 10.5 and 8.5. Then in the College Pack Midnight Navy colorway, we have two 13s. Then in the White Wolf Gray Soul colorway, we have a 12 and 11. Then in the West Coast Los Angeles colorway, we have a size 7Y. The Air Max 1 Crepe Brown, we have two 13s, a 12.5, 12, three 11.5s, two 11s, a 10.5, two 10s, two 9.5s, two 9s, an 8.5, three 7.5s, a 6.5, and 6. Then in the George Green colorway, we have a size 8 and 7. Then in the Dirty Denim colorway, we have two 13s, two 12s, two 10.5s, a 10, and 8.5. Then in the Air Max Flyknit Racer Black and White, we have a size 11, 10.5, 10, 9.5, 9, and 8.5. Then the Air Max Thea Mid Ale Brown colorway, we have an 11, 8, three 7.5s, and a 7 women's. Then in the Black Sail colorway, we have a 9, 8.5, three 8s, a 7.5, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Nike Zoom Court Light 3 White and Black, we have a size 11. Then in the Nike Free Run 5.0 Black and White, we have a size 12. Then in the Nike Free RN Flyknit Black White Ombre, we have a size 9.5. Then in the white colorway, we have a 9.5 and 9. Then in the College Navy Orange colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Nike Vapor Max Flyknit Leopard, we have a 7.5, 7, 6.5, and 6 women's. Then in the Leopard colorway, we have a 9.5, 8.5, 7.5, and 5.5 women's. Then in the SB Alley Oop Black White, we have a size 10.5 and 10. Then in the Black Royal colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Nike SB Dunk Low Orange Emerald Rise, we have a 9.5 and 2 8s. Then in the ACG Terra Red Plum colorway, we have a size 10. Then in the Why So Sad colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Reverse Papa Bear colorway, we have a size 10. Then in the Peach Cream colorway, we have a size 10 women's, two 9.5s, a 9, two 8.5s, an 8, two 7.5s, a 7, and 6 women's. Then in the Just Do It Sail Team Red, we have a 6.5 women's. Then in the Indigo Haze, we have an 8 and 7.5 women's. Then in the Phantom Metallic Gold colorway, we have an 8.5, 9.5, and two 10 women. Then in the Terry Swoosh colorway, we have a 10, 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 5 women's. Then in the Light Smoke Gray colorway, we have a 6 and 7 women's. Then in the Arizona State colorway, we have a 13 and 12. Then in the Pink Oxford colorway, we have a 10, two 9 women's, two 8.5s, a 7.5, 7, and 6.5 women's. Then in the Essential Paisley Pack Barely, we have a size 7.5 women's. Then in the Paisley Pack Pink colorway, we have a 7.5 and 6.5 women's. Then in the Miami Hurricanes colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Gorge Green Midnight Navy, we have a 9.5 women's and 7 women's. Then in the NBA 75th Anniversary Knicks colorway, we have a 10.5. Then in the Next Nature Homer Simpsons, we have a 6.5Y. Then in the 3D Swoosh Gray colorway, we have two 5.5Ys. Then in the Two-Tone Gray colorway, we have a 7Y and a 4Y. Then in the Next Nature Whisper Iridescent, we have a size 5Y. Then in the Industrial Blue Preschool sizes, we have two 3Ys, a 2Y, 1.5Y, 1Y, two 13Cs, a 12C, 11.5C, and an 11C. Then in the Panda colorway, we have 6 13s, an 11.5, 11, 10.5, 9.5, 8.5, 9 women's, 3 3Ys, and a 2Y. Then in the Airbrush Swoosh Black, we have a 9.5 and 11. 11. Then in the Team Gold colorway, we have two 12s and a 10.5. Then in the Rose Whisper, we have two 10 women's and a 9.5 women's. Then in the Industrial Blue Sashiko colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Active Fuchsia colorway, we have a size 7Y and 6Y. Then in the Pink Corduroy colorway, we have a 9 and 7.5 women's. Then in the Deadpool colorway, a 6.5Y. Then in the Anthrite White colorway, we have a size 12, 11, 10, 9.5, and 9. Then in the Jordan Access Red, we have a size 11. Then in the Jordan Liftoff Black Dark Concord, we have a size 11. Then in the White Cement colorway, we have a size 13. Then in the Jordan Hydro 6 Black, we have a size 12. Then in the Jordan Sophia Slide Black and Red, we have a size 9 women's. Then in the Jordan Zion 2 Voodoos, we have 3 10.5s and 2 10s. Then in the Jordan 14 Laneys, we have 2 12s and a 7.5. Then in the Jordan 13 University Blue, we have 8 13s, 4 12s, 6 11.5, 6 11s, a 10.5, and 9.5. Then in the Black Flints, we have 3 13s, 3 12s, 2 11.5s, 2 11s, 3 10.5s, 2 10s, a 9.5, 9, and 8. Then in the French Blue colorway, we have a 6.5 and 6Y. Then in the Playoff colorway, we have a 7Y, 9.5, 9, and 2 8s. Then in the Jordan 12 Hyper Royal, we have a size 9.5, 9, 8.5, and 8 women's. Then in the Black Taxi Toddler size, we have a size 11C and 2C. Then in the Jordan 11 Cherries, we have a size 10, 8.5, 8, 6Y, 2 4.5Ys, 3 4Ys, and 2 3.5Ys. Then in the Jordan 11 Low Cement Gray, we have a 7Y, 6Y, and 2 4Ys. Then in the Jordan 7 Citrus, we have 4 8s. Then in the Jordan 6 Georgetowns, we have 6 13s, 2 12s, 6 11, 2 10.5s, a 10, 2 9.5s, a 9, and 8. Then in the Chrome Metallic colorway, we have 2 13s, 2 12s, 2 5.5Ys, and 2 5Ys. Then in the Cool Gray colorway, we have 2 13s and 2 12s. Then in the Jordan 4 Midnight Navy, we have 2 size 5Ys. Then in the Seafoam colorway, we have a size 10 and 9.5 women's. Then in the Midnight Navy, we have a 3Y, 2 2Ys, 3 12Cs, and 2 11Cs. Then in the Thunders, we have an 11.5, 10, and 9. Then in the Jordan 2 Chicago, we have a size 6.5Y and 6Y. Then in the Cool Gray colorway, we have 2 size 9 women's. Then in the Marina Blue colorway, in a size 6 women's. Then in the Chicago Flip colorway, we have a 9 women. Then in the True Blue colorway, we have a size 11 and 8.5. Then in the White Toe colorway, we have a 4. Then in the Panda colorway, we have a size 9 women's. Then in the Black Toe colorway, we have a size 13, 11, 10.5, 10, 9.5, 2 9s, 3 7Ys, a 6.5, 6, and 5Y. Then in the Stealth colorway, we have a size 10, 9, 8.5, 8, and 7.5 women. Then in the Recycled Grind colorway, we have a 6 and 5Y. Then in the Jordan 1 High Taxis, we have 2 7Ys, 4 13, and a size 8. Then in the Lost and Found colorway, we have a size 1.5Y, 2 1Ys, a 5C, and a 7C. Then in the NYC to Paris colorway, we have a 7.5. Then the White Black Volt University Gold colorway and a 9.5. Then in the Starfish colorway, we have a 7.5, 7, 2 6.5s, 2 6, a 5.5, and 5 women's. Then in the UNC toe colorway, we have a 6.5 and 5Y. And finally, the Jordan 1 High Dior's in a size 9.5.
And yeah, if you guys were noticing, you didn't see any of the Yeezy Slides or any of that stuff. And that's because we have another whole different inventory for a bunch of holds that we just pretty much just brush aside for now. So we have those Yeezy Slides, a bunch of Jordan 1 lows, mids, and around 25 pairs, I think, of Jordan 4 Lightning. But with that being said, let's go through everything we did sell this episode, starting with
the Reebok Shaq Attack Street Fighters Championship Edition. We sold a size 10. Then in the Nike LeBron Witness 6 Summit White Metallic, we sold all of our sizes, the 10, 9, 8, and 7.5. Then in the Clear Emerald Wild Berry colorway, we sold a size 10.5. Then in the Nike Jaw 1 Family Trivia, we sold a size 10.5. Then in the Nike Blazer Low Sakai White Patent Leather, we sold a size 9. Then finally the Nike ACG Air Moab OG in the olive gray colorway, we sold all of our sizes again, the size 9.5, 9, and 8.5.
And yeah, What is our grand total? I have no idea at this exact moment, but the best part about that is we're gonna go through our grand total in a few minutes here. I just want to say thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you never miss any of my newest videos. And with that being said, let's roll our brand new tally.